Hi everybody, my name is Steven Hansen. I'm the board president for the Corpus Christi Songwriters Association. I've been writing songs and playing gigs for about 20 years. I'm also the owner and senior engineer for Sound Guys Pro Audio, a local production company here in Corpus. I sometimes joke with booking agents and event planners that they pay us musicians for load in and load out. The music is on the house. For many of us this is true because music and performing is the most enjoyable part of the gig experience. But nobody loves to haul in a bunch of gear and load out and load into a venue. So I want to offer you 3 tips to optimize your load-in time and get you set up in your gig in a quick and professional manner. These tips are geared for the musician who's traveling with their own equipment and no audio engineer, and by no means is it an exhaustive list. Tip number 1, know exactly how long it takes to set up your rig. The only way to figure this out, and the best way to figure this out, is to practice setting up your rig in a practice space and time yourself. Keep in mind that it will always take longer at your gig. Plan for variables like having to troubleshoot a bad chord or dealing with people who want to talk with you while you're setting up. Don't be so focused on setup that you can't be courteous to people who want to know what kind of music do you play or when will you be starting. So don't give your audience a bad impression of you before you even play your first note. Tip number 2, do a site visit if it's a local gig, or if it's an out-of-town gig, find out the load-in details from the booking agent. And some people call this advancing the show. Things to know are where to park, what's the most logical and closest parking to the stage, keeping in mind that when you show up there might be an 18-wheeler or a food truck parked in your spot. So it's good to have an alternate plan that won't throw off all of your timing. So figure out the best route to take through the venue so you're not bumping into customers or hauling all your gear through a crowded dining room. Find out where the power is. The last thing you want to do is realize when you're at your gig that your extension cord won't reach the power source. So go find the power. That's really important. Also, you want to determine ahead of time how much PA is appropriate for the space. Some rooms are smaller, some rooms are larger. You may not need your big PA, or you may need more PA. So it's good to know those things. Tip number 3, get a gear cart. The quickest way to waste your valuable load-in time is to keep walking back and forth to your car. So ideally, you should try to keep this down to 1 or 2 trips. Anything more than that becomes a distraction to your patrons and the patrons of the venue and the management. So a good gear cart should allow you to accomplish this. You will be surprised how creative you can be in packing and loading your cart when your goal is just 1 trip. So good gear cart will be adjustable and collapsible and rugged. They can range in their price between $40 to $200. But they are a must-have for a gigging musician. It will also help to have a good gig bag. Some final thoughts are to put a little bit of time into thinking about being a minimalist and simplifying your setup if possible. Don't make load in and load out such a chore that it makes the gig not worth it. So always be trying different ways of packing. You'll get better as you practice more. And that's all I've got for you in this video. So I hope that was helpful for you, and I want to thank you for being a part of our creative community. We hope all these resources here at CC Songwriters will serve you as you get more involved in serving our city as an artist. Cheers.